Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering you're no longer allowed to use TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, or even YouTube because of your age. It may sound surprising, but that is becoming a reality in some parts of the world. Governments are introducing or considering some of the toughest social media restrictions ever proposed for young people. Australia has passed legislation aimed at restricting social media access for children under 16, while other countries are debating similar measures through age verification requirements and online safety laws. Supporters believe these policies could protect an entire generation from the harmful effects of excessive social media use. Critics argue they could reshape the internet, reduce online privacy, and limit opportunities for young people to learn and connect. So why are governments taking such dramatic action? To understand the debate, we first need to understand how social media has changed over the past 2 decades. When social media first became popular, it promised something revolutionary. It allowed people to connect instantly across the world, share ideas, build communities, and give everyone a voice. For millions of teenagers, it became a place to express themselves, discover new interests, and stay connected with friends. But over time, social media evolved into something much more powerful. Today's platforms are built around sophisticated recommendation algorithms. Every like, comment, share, and second you spend watching a video helps train these systems to predict what will keep you engaged the longest. The longer users stay on a platform, the more advertisements they see, and the more revenue those platforms generate. This business model has transformed attention into one of the world's most valuable resources. Governments say that this design can create unique challenges for children and teenagers. One of the biggest concerns is mental health. Many studies have found an association between heavy social media use and increased levels of anxiety, depression, poor sleep, and lower self-esteem among some adolescents. However, researchers also emphasize that the relationship is complex. Social media may contribute to these problems for some young people, while for others, it can provide support, friendship, and opportunities to learn. Another major concern is cyberbullying. Unlike traditional bullying, online harassment can continue around the clock. Hurtful comments, embarrassing photos, and false rumors can spread to thousands of people within minutes, making it much harder for young people to escape. Governments are also concerned about addictive platform features. Infinite scrolling, autoplay videos, personalized recommendations, and constant notifications are all designed to encourage users to keep coming back. Critics argue that younger users may find it especially difficult to resist systems specifically designed to capture and hold their attention. These concerns have led some governments to consider stronger regulations. Australia has become one of the first countries to introduce legislation restricting social media access for children under the age of 16. Supporters say the goal is simple: reduce children's exposure to harmful online experiences while giving them more time to develop emotionally before entering highly algorithm-driven digital environments. Many parents support the idea, believing that children spend too much time online. Some teachers also argue that smartphones and social media have become major distractions in classrooms, affecting learning and concentration. Supporters believe society already places age restrictions on products that may harm children, and they argue that digital platforms should be treated with the same level of responsibility. But not everyone agrees. Critics argue that banning social media may create new problems instead of solving existing ones. One of the biggest concerns is privacy. If platforms must verify everyone's age, they may require stronger forms of identification. This could involve government-issued IDs, facial age estimation technology, or other verification systems. Privacy advocates question whether people should have to prove their identity simply to participate in online communities. Others worry about the impact on young people who rely on the internet for positive reasons. For many teenagers, social media is much more than entertainment. It can be a place to learn new skills, discover educational content, build creative careers, start small businesses, or connect with supportive communities that may not exist where they live. Critics argue that removing access entirely could unintentionally isolate some of the very young people these laws are designed to protect. The debate also raises a much bigger question. Should governments focus on restricting children, or should they require technology companies to design safer platforms? Some experts believe stronger regulation should target the platforms themselves. They argue that governments could require greater transparency in recommendation algorithms, stronger privacy protections, better moderation systems, and limits on features that encourage excessive use. Others believe protecting young people will require both safer platform design and age-based safeguards. The conversation is no longer just about social media, it is about childhood, technology, responsibility, and the future of the internet itself. How much freedom should young people have online? How much responsibility belongs to parents? How much belongs to governments? And how much belongs to the companies building these platforms? There are no simple answers. Social media has created incredible opportunities for communication, education, creativity, and innovation. At the same time, it has introduced challenges that societies around the world are still trying to understand. Whether under-16 social media restrictions become the global standard or not, one thing is becoming increasingly clear: the relationship between children and technology is entering a new chapter. The decisions being made today could shape how the next generation experiences the digital world for decades to come. What do you think? Should governments ban social media for children under 16, or should they focus on making online platforms safer for everyone? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth documentaries exploring the biggest issues shaping our world.